Hey guys, Chris Jones, episode 60 of Ask Me Anything. And I don't know if, I committed 30 videos ago that every 10 I would do something a little bit out of the ordinary in terms of me just answering questions from my audience. So here we are at the special guest office here in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. And we have the team around me. You guys will get to meet the team. They're going to each ask me a question. So without further ado, I will look over this way. And we have Robin.
Hi everyone, I'm Robin. I head up talent acquisition for Special Guest app. I'm also married to Kris. My question for Kris is, we all know, well, the Jones family knows, every September Kris goes to, I dare to say, his favorite industry conference of the year called SEO Oktoberfest. And my question to you is, this is the 10th year of the conference, and this is the final session, their final conference. So my question to you is, what are you most looking forward to this year, as it's the last year of the conference, and what are you going to miss the most about going to Germany every year in September for SEO Oktoberfest?
I'm going to speak to the camera over here, so don't take it the wrong way. So first, I'm looking forward to going to the event. This is like the annual pilgrimage of some of the most influential friends that I have in the world. I was so lucky, as Robin knows, over a decade ago to meet a guy by the name of Marcus Tandler. He was just starting off his career. I probably had a couple years on him at that point. I was sort of actively growing my affiliate business and then Pepper Jam. But anyway, he founded this conference. He's from Munich, so he's a Bavarian, native Bavarian, and looking forward to seeing him and celebrating our 10th year. This is actually my 7th year. I've been invited almost every year, save the first year or two. Anyway, so this is a huge honor. This ring that you guys see in my finger, actually they give to you after you are invited for the 5th time. So it's actually called a brotherhood ring, so yeah, so I don't know, I'm looking forward to seeing Marcus celebrating, getting together with old friends. It's one of the things that I'm honestly most honored to be part of. It's a very select group. The group itself votes on who comes and who comes back. There's a number of people who were invited who didn't get invited back. So the fact that I've got invited back every single year that I've ever participated is a real honor. And the way that they do that, it's part networking. You go to Oktoberfest for 3 days. During the day, though, you actually have a formal conference where we're talking about a bunch of stuff that is super strategic to growing businesses and growth marketing. So I don't know, I'm just looking forward to seeing my friends and keeping that network alive. So that's that. Let's see, who is next? So the next person up is Diana.
That'd be me. Hi, my name's Diana. I'm part of the talent acquisition team here at Special Guest. And my question is, if you could have 5 bands play at a party, alive, dead, I don't know, past or present, who would they be?
I don't know, Diana. Who would they be? So we'll go with the number 5 band. I'll go from to the top. Number 5 would be the Rolling Stones. Number 4 would be Coldplay. Number 3 would be Breaking Ben. Number 2 would be The Who. And number 1 would be Ozzy Osbourne.
Wow.
Black Sabbath, of course, and they're still touring. Great question.
Cool.
Awesome. All right, next up, Miss Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm a talent acquisition specialist. And my question for you, Kris, is you're really a really busy man. So what's your favorite getaway to disconnect on the weekends or at night? What's your favorite thing to separate work and play?
Oh man, that's a good one. By the way, I was going to say this in the intro. I told these guys only a half an hour ago that we were going to do this, and I told them not to tell me the question. So, you know, this is such a good question. I mean, honestly, I love to spend time with family. It's awesome to go to my kids' sports events, go to the kids' soccer games. We just had a game Robbie, it was last Tuesday, where Jackson and Lauren, they're on the same team. It was like this beautiful night. It was like 65 degrees and just comfortable, and it was a nail biter, 0-0 until the last quarter of the game, when Jackson and Lauren's team scored and remained undefeated. But so that gives me that sort of balance between like just being a crazy over-the-top high achiever during the workday, and then I turn it down and I focus on my family. I travel a lot, as folks know, through business, but when I do that with my family, my wife Robin loves to go to the beach. Good news is that so do I. So whenever we go to the beach, she loves to go on the beach, lay in the sand, you know, kind of relax. I like that, but I always actually go sport fishing. So it's probably my most fun thing to do. I love going out in the ocean, sport fishing. That's my thing. So wherever we go, you know, at least one of the days, I usually take the kids out, we charter a boat, and catch a big fish. So, all right, last question.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm also part of the talent acquisition team. My question for you, Kris, would be Dunkin' or Starbucks, and why?
So this one is not hard, actually. It's Starbucks. And why is the hard part. So the selection of who. So why, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Dunkin' Donuts is burnt. In fact, almost all the time I feel like that's like their thing. If you like burnt coffee, go to Dunkin' Donuts. And by the way, I like Dunkin' Donuts, but with Starbucks, I think there's more variety and flavor. You know, whatever the seasonal coffees are and stuff like that. But even above both of those is a company called Nespresso, which is a European-based company owned by Nestle that, geez, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago, Robbie, or even longer, we got turned on to it. Actually, no, it was longer than that, because it's weird. It wasn't 4 or 5 years ago, it was about 10 years ago, and the president of North America of Nespresso reached out to my former company, Pepper Jam. I met with him in New York City, and they became a Pepper Jam client. And we had tasted the coffee, and then, you know, it's always, I have an espresso machine in pretty much all my offices and at home. So that's it. We have one more question. Jackson, do you want to? It's my son, All right. We won't force him to ask Daddy a question. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, this series is very fun to me. You know, I'm 60% of the way to my goal. Right? We've chatted in previous episodes how I think goal setting can change your life. But you have to set goals that make you feel uncomfortable. You have to do things in life that make you feel uncomfortable. You know why? Because when you set goals that make you feel uncomfortable, your body takes the first step. You don't have to let your brain stop you from doing that. So I challenge you guys to set goals that make you feel uncomfortable. This was episode 60. I'll see you guys for episode 61.